So most of you have gotten your acceptance letter from your universities. Thank you so much for everyone who has been coming back to say thank you and also letting me know about your process, what more information you require. So many people are asking me about the bank statement, and I understand that it is a very sensitive matter. It is, I think one of the most important things in this whole process, your bank statement. If you don't have a bank statement and you have everything, bro, you're going nowhere. So I really understand because I've been there. I've gone through the same anxiety of having questions that sometimes you're not sure about. You don't know if you have enough documents. You don't know if you've provided everything. You don't know if there's more that you need to do, or if you do more you'll do too much. So I totally understand you, and I hope that this video will give you the clarity that you require. If you have any further questions, write your question in the comment, but if it's so serious, don't hesitate to send me an email at annettegitthouse6@gmail.com. I will write it in the description box. The bank statement, I even took notes. I took notes so that I don't forget to tell you anything. Okay, so this is among the last things that you need to do before getting here. It is one of the mandatory requirements, mandatory documents that you need to provide to the embassy while applying for your visa, study visa, visit visa. I think all visas, if I'm not wrong. Of course you need a bank statement. I don't even think it's just Italy. I think it's everywhere, but this video is centered on Italy, and most especially for international students. So the first question is, how much money do you need in your bank statement? This depends on the period of time that you'll be living there. So if you be there, the requirement as per the website for the embassy is usually 6,000 euros, right? I think 6,000 euros per year. 6,000 euros is around 1 million, ni kama 1 million hivi, sindio? So if you'll be here for 2 years, that's 12,000 euros. 2 million, 3 years, like that. But I don't think they are so strict on the number of years that you'll be there. It's safe to have the money for all the years, but I don't think it's a must to have all the money for the whole period of stay that you'll be here. Those are my thoughts, but please, disclaimer, to be safe, just have it's better to have that amount, but that is the requirement basically. Then, how long should the bank statement be? It should be, I think, on the website. Please go and confirm, validate this information before you take any step, because they keep updating policy. I applied in 2024, but now it's 2025. Maybe things have changed, so go and check again. But I think the mandatory requirement was 3 months. However, from my personal experience, I gave out a bank statement that was 6 months. I wanted to be safe. Everything I was trying to be safe. So 6 months bank statement is safest. 3 months, maybe not, I don't know. But for me, I gave out 6 months. Someone asked me, so should the bank statement be 6 months, and what if my bank account is still new? Can my bank account be 3 months old and the bank statement 6 months old? I was like, that question really, it doesn't really make so much sense, because the bank statement comes from the bank. So I don't think there's a way that you can give a bank statement that's for 6 months and your bank account is 2 months. So don't ask me how long should the bank be. Of course it depend na bank statement. Please, this one is very important. The bank account should be for the country that you are applying from. Sawa sawa. So if you live in Kenya, for example, the bank account should be a Kenyan bank account, not bank account ya majuu, ati ule uncle wa majuu mwenye anafunga na do, ama anti wa majuu ndio atakupatia bank statement yake ya US. Sorry, let me translate. Not the person who, maybe someone abroad who has a lot of money and they are willing to give you a bank statement. Then if they can give you a bank statement from their bank account in Kenya, that is the best one. But not a bank account from the US or any other country for that matter. The bank statement has to be from the I'm from Kenya, sawa sawa. So I hope I don't know if the policies are the same in all countries, but it should be for the country that you are applying from. I hope that is very clear. Let me just give you my situation, or let me just finish up with the requirements, then I'll tell you my personal experience. Who can sponsor you? This one was disturbing me. This one was disturbing me. Oh. I know it's so hard, it's so tricky, it's so confusing, because most of the time you don't have all that money, especially if, for example, you're a student, like a student fresh from campus or fresh from high school. Where would you get millions of, like, a lot of money to show out 80 for your bank account? So you can be your own sponsor, of course, if you reach some. Not all people finish school and go straight to other countries. Some work for a while, so they've accumulated a lot of money to sponsor themselves. So you can sponsor yourself, or your parents, of course, your parents, mom, dad, can sponsor you. Or, in my experience, I did not use my parents' bank statement. I did not use my bank statement. I'm still poor. Yeah. Okay, my mom told me not to be saying I'm poor. Anyway, I used my auntie's bank statement, the sister to my mother. The sister to my mother is the one who provided her bank statement. She lives in the US, but she has a bank account in Kenya. She's the one that saved my life in that situation. Because what it was like, oh my god, it was crazy. Because, like, I think I had everything. That was the only thing remaining. Yes. So I think I think anyone can sponsor you, honestly, as long as you're able to to show the relationship, to convince the embassy that it is genuine, then they can sponsor you. Don't really worry too much about that. However, that is for my country, Kenya. I don't know about other countries, because I know that the policies are more strict in countries like Nigeria. I have friends in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Gambia, and they've told me that they had to use their parents' bank statements, that it is not allowed to give out your friends or your aunties, your uncles, grandmother, or whoever. So this purely depends on the person, first of all, that will examine your documents, because even in Kenya, for example, you can give out your friend's bank statement but you look a little questionable, then maybe that's what will eliminate you. I think as long as you're genuine, and they believe you, and you want to come and study, I mean, and you can show that you can sustain yourself, they're only okay, I'll get to that later. So in my opinion, anyone can sponsor you. Let me not say anyone, then you guys come to me, oh, I gave out, she said anyone. Well, don't do that. To be safe, of course, family. I think family is the safest. Family members, let me just say family members, because I used my aunt's bank statement. Okay, I will get to the details later. Let me just go through the list. The other thing is, they asked me the residence of my sponsor. So I said that she lives in the US, but she frequently visits Kenya, which is true. I did not lie. It is very true. So yeah, they asked a few details about, not too much details. People usually say that, oh, if someone else is sponsoring you, you have to provide their employment documents, their degree, what else, degree, the letter from their employer, payment slips. I watched all those videos before coming, and it may be safe, but I did not do all that, to be honest. Of course, it is your responsibility to make sure that you do your best to convince them. So the best that I did was look for a lawyer and get an affidavit signed. That is the only thing that I did as a support document. I provided her bank statement and an affidavit. I didn't give out her personal information, where she's employed and all that. They didn't ask me all that. However, my situation might be different from your situation, so it's better to over prepare than under prepare. I also gave out my bank account, my personal bank account. Actually, it didn't have a lot of money. It had like 100,000 Kenyan shillings. hata sijui nilikuwa nimetoa wapi hiyo pesa yote. Yeah. How could I forget to tell you this? It has to be certified. If it's a copy, it has to be certified as a copy of the original, like boop, stamped and signed. Sawa sawa, please don't just give out a downloaded document and go and print it as from PDF, go and print it and give it out. Make sure it is signed by the bank and stamped. Yes, please. So I gave out that for my personal bank account, Equity, and her bank account. Mine didn't have, of course, that kind of money cannot sustain me, but I was like, that was like the extra mile that I went, like to show I'm just a small student, this is the amount I have, but my auntie is willing to sponsor me and this is the amount that she has. Next question, how much money should be in the bank? I already responded to that. But maybe I can give you my details. For my aunt, it had over 5M. It had a lot of money, actually. Thank God for my auntie. It had a lot of money. So I can't really say for sure if you give out 1 million, it's enough, 2 million, it's enough. Of course, the more you have, the better. Bro, the more, the better. Mind you, I am not rich. We are not rich. Please don't get me wrong. But the account had a lot of money. So if you have extra, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be 81 million exactly, 2 million, 3 million. The more, the better. The more, the better. And personally, I got my visa in less than 24 hours. Not even one day. It was like I went in the morning, then the following day before lunchtime, I already had my visa. So of course, if you have money, the problem is they don't want you to come here and start suffering, because they know how the economic situation here is, and they know that you will not land here and start working, honestly. Sorry to disappoint you. It is not easy, like as a freshman, especially, no, you don't know Italian, you don't know nothing, then you start to make money. It's not possible. Maybe in very rare situations, but it's not possible. So they don't want you to suffer. They don't want a baggage, they don't want a burden on their country. Because for sure I've seen immigrants sleeping in the streets, not just in Canada where we hear, oh, asylum seekers are suffering, but even here people sleep in the streets because yes, you get here, then you don't have like means to support yourself or anything. So that is the main reason as to why they put that, and that is for all countries, not just Italy. That's why they put that bank statement restriction. They've even that 6,000 euros, they've calculated the amount of money that you'd require in a day, a month, and a whole year. So they know if you have that and you have signed documents, so in any case, in any event that you do not have that money, your sponsor of course is the one who will be contacted, right? Anyways, there's something I wanted to tell you. Very important. Scholarship. I have a scholarship. Do I still need a bank statement? This one is interesting. First of all, I think I've mentioned in my previous videos, I got a tuition fee waiver, but that's a thing that happens for all international students in my school. It's not like a special scholarship, so where you get a lot of money, like you're given money. No, I didn't even know about that. I didn't apply, and I keep telling you people, apply for scholarships next month. Is it next month? I don't know. I think August, September, I think that's when Adisu scholarship for the Campania region is coming out. So please, if you've been admitted to the University of Naples Federico or any school in Campania, don't fail to apply for that scholarship. I wish someone had told me, but I was not told by anyone. That is why I am here to tell you, don't fail to apply for that scholarship. Please. Let's go back to what I was talking about. So I did not have a scholarship, so it was not even a consideration for me. But there are some people who are like, they are waiting for the scholarship money so that they can present that as a bank statement, like I have a sponsor. Bro, the scholarship does not arrive immediately. ATO immediately you've been accepted, now they give you. No, that scholarship can even apply, it can arrive in December or in the following. For example, you have admission for September, you think you'll get the money in advance. No, you'll get it maybe in December or the next year, January, February, March. Will you wait for all those years before you come to start your course? You will even come late. Things have progressed, people have studied, some have done exams, so you don't want that struggle. You haven't even found accommodation. You need a bank statement even if you have a scholarship. In fact, that scholarship money should be the least, it should be the list of your prioritizations, like thinking, oh, I have money. Just prepare everything that you need. At least if you're guaranteed you'll get your scholarship, make sure you have money for at least 4 months, 3-4 months, to be safe. Sawa. I'm not saying it's impossible to survive. It is not. I survived without it. But if you're expecting that money, just prepare yourself. Have at least some savings. Have some savings so that you can be, so that at least to pay for your flight and to pay for accommodation and to buy food for those first months. Sour. But don't wait, don't rely on it so that you can apply for a visa. You'll be too late. Mind you, the visa you need to apply like months, like 2-3 months before the date that you're supposed to arrive here. So please don't do that. I've seen people who have come very late to attend their masters, their course, masters, whatever. But it's not easy. It's not easy to catch up. It's not easy at all. So yeah, you'll be safe with the money, but for the visa process, they don't even care if you they did ask me, have you applied for a scholarship? I said no. They were like, oh, okay. I think that's why they gave me the visa first. They were like, hey, this girl is rich. She doesn't even need a scholarship. My friend, I didn't know about it. If I knew. Oh my goodness. But for real though, yeah, I hope I've put that point across. Sawa. So look for money for the bank statement. Even if you get a scholarship, sort mambo ya bank statement too as a story on its own. And mind you, some scholarships require you to have arrived in Italy so that you receive your money. Because why will they give you money and you're not in the, maybe some you can get it. I don't know. But all my friends have received the scholarship after arriving here. If you have received it before, let us know in the comments. But I don't think personally they can give you the money before arriving here. You need to prepare yourself personally whether they give you the money or not. Sawa. But the scholarships they are there and they are guaranteed. It's not a 50-50 chance you might get or not. The regional ones you will get because it is your right as an international student. So do not fail to apply. I will always repeat this. I don't want you people to suffer. Then I don't know if I've mentioned this, but some people say you need to also provide title deeds, properties, anything to show you have money, security, and all that. I think if you have, it's okay, you can give out. But from my personal experience, I did not give all that out. Sawa. If you do attend like an interview, I was asked about my parents' occupation. Yes, they asked that. So they want to know. They just want to find out if you're poor or not. Yes. Don't lie though. Tell the truth, okay? If you lie, I think I'll just have to create another video about my interview experience for the visa. Tell me if you need that video. But just don't lie. Don't lie. Be very truthful. Personally, I told the truth in everything. Another thing, many people have been telling me, Annette, can you give me your bank statement? Guys, I am not even working. I'm not working. I don't know if you've seen my TikTok videos where I make funny scripts about finding a job as an English speaker, but I don't work. I'm not on scholarship. How do I survive? I have a business in Kenya that sustains me. So my personal story is just crazy. I will of course come to tell you about it, but God has been very faithful to me. I have never lacked. I live a comfortable life. I live in a good environment with amazing people. So my story is just very unique, but there has been challenges. There have been many challenges, very many challenges. That is why I try my best to spread awareness about this regional scholarship so that people do apply. Okay, so please, I would want to help the people who have been requesting me for a bank statement, but I cannot. I do not have that kind of money. I do not have it. Other people are asking, do you know someone who can help me? I will pay whatever amount. Guys, a bank statement is a very, very sensitive document, and this is something that I usually tell people. It has someone's personal details, someone's account details, someone's residence details, all these things, employment details. Sometimes you think a random stranger will just be willing to give out their bank statement. I don't, maybe if you get lucky, God is a God of wonders. Nothing is impossible with him. But I don't know, it's better to just look for someone. It's very sensitive, honestly. I don't even know how much more I can explain that. It's very sensitive to ask a stranger for their bank statement, and I am not aware of anyone who gives out bank statements or sells bank statements. I don't even think it's legal, to be honest. And these people are smart. As I told you, the embassy, the people who work there, those are diplomats, these are consulates. They have done these things over the years, so they will catch you. They will catch you. I'm not saying this to discourage you. I'm saying this to caution you and to tell you the truth. If you can get someone in your family to sponsor you, or maybe a friend, I don't know if a friend is acceptable, but please, don't even try to forge. Don't do that. Don't you don't want those problems. Don't forge. Don't do that. You don't land yourself into problems. That, hey, don't do that, sawa. But generally, I think those people are the embassy in Italy, unless things have changed. I wasn't the only one that day who was being interviewed. See, first you submit your documents to VFS, then now you're called for an interview. Then that's when they start asking questions, even about the bank statement. I have friends that didn't have millions of Kenyan shillings in their accounts. Some had 500k, some had 200k. Imagine, those people are so good. They just tell you, go and top up this bank account, go and top up, make, when it has this amount of money, come back. And they sorted them out. Actually, I think their process is only delayed for like 2 weeks, 1 week, and they sorted them out. Imagine, as long as you're genuine, don't lie, okay? So I'm not saying you go and give out a bank statement with 100k, but it's better to be genuine than to lie. Sawa, just be very genuine, and they won't beat you. They're not animals. In fact, I think, compared to the kind of videos I was watching online, especially for the visa process in US and other countries, Italy, they were very nice, very, very nice. I promise I will make a video to give you a detailed overview of the visa process, the interview. But about the bank statement, don't choke yourself about it. Sawa, it will be okay, and pray a lot. Everything will work out. If you have any further questions, please tell me, ask me, I will answer. I hope I have addressed everything in regards. It's very complicated, tricky, but it's not something that is impossible to do. So all the best, guys, in your visa process. Congratulations to everyone with an acceptance letter. Prego. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. And subscribe. Subscribe. Imagine we're not even at 200 subscribers. Okay, that gives me motivation. So bye bye, ciao bella, ciao ragazzi, and learn Italian.